When a predator realizes he's been caught? Let's see this one.
How much do
Just
you
so you
love
know,
these?
Kate had a baby and a dad.
In April of 2024,
These
a
are so
community is
good.
left horrified, outraged when a
It's
woman
so
with
good.
profound intellectual
And they're so well
disabilities
made.
is
Like, God damn
discovered
it.
pregnant at her care home in Geneva, Illinois. Kane County detectives launched an urgent investigation, confronted with the grim task of unmasking a predator hidden among the very staff entrusted to protect her. The following is based on official police records, and some of the following footage has never been seen before. According to their website, the Markland Center is a nonprofit organization providing care for adults with severe developmental disabilities. Multiple news sources state that Kate, a 43-year-old resident with Rett syndrome, who was unable to speak, stand, or use her hands, was discovered pregnant during...
I need to hear that sentence again.
Multiple news sources state that Kate, a 43-year-old resident with Rett syndrome, who was unable...
Rett syndrome, a rare genetic neurological and developmental disorder that affects the way the brain develops, aka yeah.
to speak, stand, or use her hands, was discovered pregnant during routine medical tests. Investigators with the Kane County Sheriff's Department compiled a list of all male employees who had access to her in late summer 2023, interviewing each one and collecting DNA samples.
Hello.
Hey.
Good, yes. Sheriff's Department.
Yes.
Yes, I'm Brooke. This is Brandon. We're both.
Come on in.
Thank you.
So,
What have I told you so far?
So I know there's abuse and neglect, and I know one of our residents was sent to the hospital that morning, so I am assuming something happened with that resident. And I also do know it was only males that have been suspended. So,
You okay? Take a
something
breath.
that very serious happens.
And you're just so you're not in any trouble.
No, I really enjoy my job, and the fact that, sorry,
No, it's okay.
the thought of that happening is very troubling and upsetting.
No, Chad, you guys are saying he's nervous. No, this is the reaction of someone who is genuinely a good person, who even the thought of something happening to one of these people is so disturbing to him. Do you know what I mean?
So he's not the predator.
I don't think this guy's the predator.
Well, I know what I'm saying is let the thing play out.
Oh, so I could be completely wrong. Fuck.
Okay. And like I said, nobody has accused you of
Fuck.
anything.
No, I'm 100% aware. It's sorry.
No, you're okay.
I'm not crying for myself. I'm upset for the rest.
It's okay.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed like anybody else acting strange?
Bro, let me just say this. If this guy is the one who did it,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, I'm just weeping for another person," because let me tell you right now. Let's say, God forbid, this was a family member.
You're getting John Wick.
I'm. There's no way in hell.
Empty clips.
There's no way in hell that this guy is just gonna be able to just, no, ain't gonna happen.
Around them, or anybody that shouldn't be in there in the rooms?
No,
or-
I mean, we are very, I mean, we don't open the door for everyone. And as for staff, I mean, before this incident, I never thought anyone would do something like that.
That was kind of one of our other questions. Is there anybody you would think would be capable of
I would have never have thought this would happen at Markland's.
Okay.
Before they move on to question other employees, he leaves them one urgent request.
Catch the bastard.
After speaking
I don't think he did it, bro.
Okay.
with several more employees, investigators are left with no clear leads. However, they do learn that prior to the COVID pandemic, only female staff typically cared for female residents, a policy one employee said changed due to staffing shortages. Investigators move on, next meeting with former employee, 22-year-old Isaiah Fields.
How you doing? Good.
Bro thinks he's in a movie. Catch the bastard. That is a movie line.
good line.
Not gonna lie, that is a movie line.
You want to go in or just
This
talk
is
out
him.
here?
This is him.
How'd fights go? I heard you were out there fighting in Chicago.
Yeah, I was fighting in the Golden Gloves tournament.
How'd it go?
Pretty good. I lost by decision in the finals, but I was like I had him chicken leggings, so
Okay.
I'll see him again. You know,
All right, good. Good for you, man.
rivalries and amateur. Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
After briefly meeting Isaiah's mother, they head to the basement to speak in private.
So there was, you know, an incident that happened there involving one of the residents. If you can just tell me kind of what when you worked there, what's the dates that you worked there?
Like early August to like, but definitely sometime in September.
Okay, early September, late September, you think?
I honestly don't remember. It was still warm outside, so
Okay.
maybe early to mid-September.
When you were working there, what were your job duties?
I was, what they call it, PSP,
PSP. Okay, I've heard that talking to people. They've said that before.
the personal support.
Okay.
But I was mainly in training the entire time I was there, so I technically didn't have any like duties that I had to do really on my own.
Okay.
So everything I did was shadowed by another person,
Okay, so you're always with somebody for the most part?
like 90% of the time.
Okay.
Unless someone like left early or like
Okay.
one of the managers that were I was shadowing had to go do whatever
Gotcha.
managers do.
Gotcha. Did you ever have any problems with anybody? Did you ever see anybody that you thought was a little off?
Bro, the guy worked there for a few months. That was it.
So he went in there and did unspeakable things and then just left.
To a disabled woman.
Fuck. That's so horrible to even think about, bro.
Like another, especially a male employee. You know, anybody that you thought like something. This guy's made some statements or he said something or just the way his interaction was with the residents.
Not that I know of personally, honestly.
Okay.
I didn't stay there long enough to get like
Chummy with anybody.
everybody. Yeah.
After leaving Isaiah, investigators meet with another employee who brings up a familiar name.
is it true that she delivered the baby?
Is it true? I'm not divulging anything. It's an open investigation,
Okay.
so I can't go into details about that.
Okay.
I can't.
Can I ask you about a certain individual that may have
Yeah,
Isaiah Fields?
that's who we just talked to.
That's who you just talked to.
Yeah,
He
who
was
we just came back.
Though the employee doesn't explain why he suspects him after all the swabs are collected and processed, a DNA test comes back positive for 22-year-old Isaiah Fields. On May 10th, 2024, he's brought into an interrogation where he waits for questioning to begin.
You know, these chains hurt. Please, Lord Jesus, come to me. Please, Lord Jesus, if you really bless me. Please don't leave me trying to get there, Lord Jesus.
Now you want Jesus, you sick fuck? Now you're praying to the Lord Jesus Christ to come and do what? You raped a disabled woman, you sick fuck? And you want Jesus? Oh my God.
Investigators enter and read his Miranda
Jesus isn't
rights.
coming for you,
Let
bro.
me just start
Nobody's
by
coming, bro.
asking, do you have any idea why you would be there right now? Okay, no clue? Okay, you know why I talked to you before, right, about the Markland stuff? So,
I never got any, like, you just told me it was a case of Markland.
okay. So what I would like to ask you, what we would like to know, if you could go over again, when you worked there for that just basically a month, wasn't that long? What your
there for a
training was
month.
like and what
Guy was there
it
for a
was
month.
like after training, like what your job duties were. If you could just go over that again, I would appreciate it.
For most of the time that I was there, it was just training, like 3 weeks. We just sat in a room and watched videos all day. That was it.
However, several employees who trained Isaiah gave a different account, explaining his duties went beyond watching training videos.
And what were your daily activities when you were training him? What were you guys in charge of?
So we're in charge of doing the CNA work, so like getting them up, dressed, changed, and then transferring them to CDS, and then repositioning them, interacting with them, and then doing the same thing, changing them, and then sending them back home.
You're training how to bathe, how to
Yes.
care for them. With
Yes.
that, so that was part of his training as well.
Yes.
But he would have never been alone.
No.
Something like that.
How do you bathe them?
So we put them in a tub, and they have a chair, and they are completely, obviously,
Submerged?
No,
Or-
not
oh,
submerged.
okay.
No, the water is running, or they have what is it called?
Like a faucet or a shower head.
So you basically sit not like this, but a chair in a shower, and then you can take it off and
Yes.
spray them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so at some point, at the end of your training, was there were you not with the trainer anymore? Were you kind of on your own schedule during the day?
I forget what they called it, but it was like a probationary period.
Sure.
So like you were always like with someone until you were like considered an actual nurse.
This account is consistent with what his trainers told investigators.
Would you have left him alone, or anybody for that matter, alone for an extended period of time with the resident while they're on training?
No.
Are you leaving anybody alone, the trainees, with the residents or anything like that?
They're not supposed to be left alone with the residents.
As questioning continues, Isaiah insists that he remained in his probationary period until he claims he was fired for consistently showing up late.
I just like don't really like fit in too many people.
Employees who trained Isaiah highlighted odd behavior he exhibited during his training.
It's kind of odd.
Okay.
Just in general, just like very off.
Anything that stuck out to you was odd or anything like that?
He wouldn't listen. He would always question, oh, why do you have to do it that way? And it's like, you're in healthcare. Like, there's specific ways to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
He would, like, face toss some of the residents, and we have cameras in the classroom, and the angle of it all was just really bad. If they would look at the cameras, it would literally look like he was hitting her. I should clarify, he never actually did. No, he never actually did.
Okay.
Thank you.
As the interrogation continues, Isaiah appears to become overwhelmed with emotion, and investigators work to put him at ease.
What's up, suddenly? It's okay. I'm here to listen. If something's upsetting you, please let us know. We'll see what we can do to help. I get life gives us some curveballs sometimes. It's wonderful.
Yeah, Mods, you fucking just suck.
I've never had.
You
the
fucking
guidance of a man.
suck.
My father died when I was really young.
Oh.
I've just never really had like proper guidance, you know.
As one detective leaves the room to get Isaiah more water and a snack, the remaining investigator sits with him as his emotions continue to unravel.
Take a breath. You're okay. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. You're all right. And I'm really sorry to hear that about your dad and stuff, okay? But that's... It's hard. Come on. It's okay. It takes a lot for you to sit here and allow yourself to have these feelings. You know, to allow yourself to have emotion. That can be a lot, especially in front of people you don't know.
I'm not trying to be difficult. I just think it'd be within my best interest to get it turned.
All right, I can't ask you anymore.
He said it. He said it.
A lot, especially in front of people you don't know.
I'm not trying to be difficult. I just think it'd be within my best interest to get it turned.
All right, I can't ask you any more questions now.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll leave you at it. She'll give you.
Hey, there's
Go.
I'm gonna tell you this.
What's that?
I'm reading them tell.
Yeah, you tell me. Yeah, whatever.
Just so you know, Kate had a baby and you're the dad. I think.
As investigators exit the room, Isaiah processes.
They were. Oh my god, dude. They're like, good. You want to? Yeah. Good luck. Good luck trying to beat this case, bro.
The gravity of the situation and the consequences he's facing.
My life is cool, bro. Such a idiot.
But I guess my question is this: what did they arrest him for? If they
brought him in after they positively identified the DNA.
I understand, but they locked him up. They put him in jail. He's got on the jumpsuit and the chains.
Oh yeah, they don't have to tell you.
I don't know. What I'm saying is, they're like,
This is why he's in jail.
I understand, but I don't understand.
And so, as an interrogation tactic, they don't tell him.
Why is
because they want him to admit it.
But then what are they? But they have to tell him what they're arresting him for.
No, they don't. They just read you your rights, and then you're in jail.
Something. I'm missing something here.
Guys, you can just get arrested, and then you get put in jail, and then you get told when you get brought into a room like this. They don't like on the spot have to tell you, bro.
Yeah, but I guess my question is this though. Here's my question. Here's what I'm trying to understand. They come to the house. We have a warrant for your arrest.
Yeah.
but we're not telling you why we're arresting you. Now, something's wrong. Something's off
You
here.
think that that's wrong?
Yeah, something's off here.
Okay,
Something's
so
off here. So this is what I'm saying.
it's a tactic.
But they obviously they he's in handcuffs. And he's not in street clothes. So I want
He's not like incarcerated in prison. He's in jail.
I understand. What I'm saying though is what was that process like if he's sitting there and they're like, we just have some questions. I wanted to just see the part where they didn't even say, okay, we went and we arrested him. And I guess they read him his rights because he's like, I want an attorney. This is interesting. All right. Okay. All right.
Just give me the opportunity, Lord Jesus. I'm begging. I'm begging. Just give me one chance. That's all I ask. Give me one chance. I'm sorry, God. Please forgive me.
Do you think this is life in jail?
It's a very strong possibility that he might get like some crazy sentence, like 40 years.
Yeah, I think it's 20 to 40.
It's it's gonna be some crazy number that's gonna it's gonna blow your mind. The number.
Be homeless without car. Do anything, God. Please, please, just give me one more chance. Please, please allow me a chance into this child's life. I'll be on the sex offenders list. I want anything. Please don't make me spend years in jail. I'm begging.
Multiple news outlets have reported that
Bro.
At that point, you might as well go down the thing of like, oh no, like we were in love. Like you got to make up some shit. You're not getting out of that shit, bro.
I mean, you could say that you want. The person is disabled, mentally disabled. Like you.
But what if he acts dumb? Where he's like,
it's still
no, we're in love. You don't understand. And then like, oh my God, you're like just crazy.
But the problem here is, dude. Do you know how? Let me run this scenario by you. Let me run this by you.
Yeah.
Do you know how deranged you have to be? Follow me on this. And what a sick bastard you have to be to somehow be alone with this disabled woman and have sex with her. Like, do you know how sick your mind is? Like you don't belong in society, dude. I don't want.
Yeah, this might be a 40+ year.
I don't want to hear Lord Jesus Christ and God and I'm begging you, bro. You're a menace to society. You're a sex offender.
Let's see what the sentence is.
Kate
developed. Well then, hold on. Let's each say what we think it is.
I think it's. There's no shot it's under 20 years. I'm just gonna say 40.
I'm thinking they gave him like. I'm thinking maybe they gave him like 25 to life or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
We're probably both wrong.
Dangerous pregnancy condition known as preeclampsia, and that the infant died after spending 11 weeks in neonatal intensive care. However, we've not been able to independently confirm these reports. According to an official press release from the state attorney's office, on January 14, 2025, Isaiah Fields pled guilty to aggravated criminal sexual assault and was sentenced to 25 years imprisonment in the Illinois Department of Corrections, with 308 days credited for time spent in the Kane County Jail. In addition, Isaiah must register for life as a sex.
Bro, he spent almost a year in jail. 308 days.
He's got
in
24
jail.
more years.
Dude, he's 22 years old. Wow, dude. That's fucking disturbing, dude. Think about how deranged you have to be. You're at work. There's a woman who she's disabled. And you have sex with her. Like, bro. All right. That's
what offender in accordance with the Illinois Sexual Offender Registration Act.
And dude, this just happened. This wasn't like 5-10 years ago. This literally just happened.
Listen, I called it about the first employee, by the way.
You were right.
People were in the chat like, "Oh, he's guilty as fuck."
That guy was a nervous wreck. You know what? He was a true believer. He really was. He was a good guy, and he felt bad for the fucking patients. That there's some sex predator roaming around.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is
Like, that's a true good person.
bro. I'm telling you, that is one of the sickest ones we've watched.